Hello, Leo. Welcome to your weekly reading from March 17th to the 23rd. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to jump right into it, Leo. Wow. Wow, we're here. Well, I would actually like to personally welcome you to the season finale of March 2025. This is it. As you know, we're at the equinox, so you can expect some big endings, okay? Maybe a little drama. Things might be a little bit confusing. Remember, Venus and Mercury are retrograde, right? All week. So you could have had some miscommunication, some misinformation, a lot of misinformation. Remember to practice patience. You're going to be fine, okay? You're just thinking about things from the past. You're reevaluating things, eliminating things, all right? Especially coming after that lunar eclipse that we had last week. Now, this week also things may feel maybe a little extra. Maybe things maybe go a little bit slow. Mars, which is Aries ruler, right? Look at all this Aries energy, is, tiptoeing out of Cancer. We love that. In slow motion. Remember, Mars is still going slow and he's still in a sign where he doesn't do so well, but he's gaining momentum and will be in your sign very, very soon. Leo, get excited, okay? But while Mars is in Cancer, remember, emotions can be heightened. People can be a little bit more sensitive. Mars is squaring Chiron all month in Aries, okay? Next week, they're going to perfect. We're going to talk about that. But anyway, so what does that mean? All this chironic energy that you've been feeling, old wounds, you're working on yourself, especially with the retrogrades. You're working on yourself, okay? So this is still a lot of self-healing, even forgiveness. Ego's out the door, right? This is forgiveness. North Node in Pisces with the stellium and all those conjunctions, whether it's to yourself, to others, whatever it is. This week is also, you're going to feel a little bit of that my way or the highway energy. It can be aggressive with all these energies in Aries, Venus, Mercury, this sun moving here. Anyway, just, don't, flip any tables. You're going to be fine. You're good, okay? You are finishing up a major life chapter this week because you got to look at the big picture. At this point, remember, Pisces is the end of the zodiac. And so what does that mean? You have the North Node here. You have a bunch of, planets here already still. You're waking up. That's what it is. Pisces is very spiritual. It's spiritual awakening. So you've been waking up, knowing what's to come. All right. Remember, you're doing all that work within, and Pisces just happens to rule that area of your chart that is all about death and rebirth and transformation. There's a Leo 3.0 coming out. Okay. It's gonna be huge. And remember, this equinox point, we're going to talk about this. It's big. It's big. It's big new. Remember, everything's leaving Pisces. Neptune is moving into Aries, leaving Pisces. Saturn's leaving Pisces, moving into Aries in weeks to come. We're on the brink of a brand new era. I've talked about this. Everything changes from this point forward. Everything, okay? Everything. And I would encourage you to trust your intuition, be in touch with your higher mind, trust your gut. This is a time where you're going to be leaving old patterns, embracing the new, and clarity will come this week. Even with these retrogrades, just remember, it is a really good time, especially with Mars and Cancer in your 12th house of spirituality, of healing, of intuition, right? With the fact that you've got a stellium of planets in Aries in your 9th house, spirituality, your belief system, your higher mind, all of that. You've got all this spiritual activity activated. So spend some time, meditating. Even if you're not into meditating, just zone out while you're washing dishes. Things will come up, right? Do some grounding, do some earthing. Go out in nature. If you live in a city like me, maybe, I go out every day, but get earthing mats. My feet are on some right now. I have, if you want to know what that is, I have it in the description box where you can get some, but put some crystals in your water, in your, whatever, use your crystals, work in your chi, your prana, chakras, okay? Connect with the ether, Mother Nature, okay? all of this, okay? And I'm just harping on this because remember, Mars in Cancer in your 12th house will be squaring Chiron in Aries in your 9th house. There's going to be some huge spiritual awakening, maybe even like spiritual reckoning, because they're going to, again, perfect next week during the week of the eclipse in Aries. Next week is big. You want to be prepared, be responsive, not reactive, be explorative, fluid, not repressive, yeah? Most of all, be open-minded. It's still a week of healing and growth, mind, body, spirit, all of that. Take the time to heal old wounds. Let these retrogrades help. Okay? It's so much Aries energy that we're moving into. And not just now, for a long time. Remember, Aries is the fighter, the warrior, the athlete. And, I want you to think about that, Leo, all right? Any athlete going into a big game, they don't just prepare physically, okay? It's mental, it's emotional, it's spiritual, okay? And I'm saying this because this week can feel intense. I want you to know that Mars is still trining Saturn. That's great. Remember, April 4th, the Uranus-Saturn sextile, it's growing stronger every day. Remember, you're still you're feeling it now. You're building up to that new foundation, the breakthroughs, changes in your life. Okay, you're entering this new frontier. So this week, Monday, March 17th. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Sun and Uranus, really great harmony here. There may be some career stuff for y'all if you're here for a career. We'll talk about it. Tuesday, not on the whiteboard either. We'll talk about it in the second spread. Oh my diddly days. We have a water trine. It's so nice. It is so, so nice. We have the moon in Scorpio. We have Saturn in Pisces. We have Mars in Cancer. This is really big for you, okay? Great for family, home, lovers, dreamers, okay? Again, we'll talk about that. That's going to have a big impact on you. And then Wednesday, March 19th, the sun will conjunct Neptune in Pisces. 29 degrees. Remember, that's a critical degree. This is big. This is a Neptune Kazemi. This is your imagination soaring. This is dreaming bigly. All right? Imagination, creativity, love, compassion. Listen, Leo, that's divinity. That's what makes you human. That's what makes you unique. That's what makes you not a robot. Okay? Use this. It's also your intuition, compassion, your dreams, all that heightened. Pay attention to your dreams. They're sending you messages. This is this is Neptune. I've told you this, Leo. I've told you this. Where's your vision board? You got your vision board? It works. Okay? This is Neptune. Okay? Conjuncting the sun. Please. Okay? Listen, neuroscientists, they talk about visualization. All right? Visualization activates neural pathways in the brain. This is real. It's not just hermetic principles. It's not just astrology. It's science. And so it's building these neural pathways. It increases your confidence. Listen, I've been telling this every sign. What did Jim Carrey do? You know the story about Jim Carrey. He wrote himself a check, $10 million every night. Yeah? Guess what happened? Right? Guess what happened? So whatever you need to do, just make sure that you visualize, okay? This is a great aspect for artists. Artists will love this. Painters, poets, improv groups, whatever. It's just such a great aspect, that creativity, okay? And remember, it is the sun conjuncting Neptune, conjuncting the North Node, conjuncting Saturn. This is all happening in your 8th house. Death and rebirth, transformation, regeneration, but also a lot of partnership stuff here. Business partners, money stuff is happening here. There's this psychological aspect to the 8th house. So out of all the signs, if there's anybody that's going really deep this week, it is you. With your 8th house activated, your 12th house activated, and your 9th house activated. Leo, it's a big week for you, all right? And, the moon... Yeah, really great. We're going to be harmonizing here with, the sun and Neptune. I mean, this is just, it's great. So remember that one thing that I say, especially when Neptune's at 29 degrees. Foot on the ground, just 1 foot, okay? Because it can bring those lower expressions of escapism and delusion and illusion and fantasy and like doom scrolling, things like that. You want to avoid all that, okay? But again, you are likely going to have a lot of home stuff happen around this time. Really great stuff. I mean, like with the moon in Scorpio, right? In your 4th house, trining the sun and Neptune and the North Node. I mean, we'll talk about the moon in the second spread, but I think that you're going to feel electric on Thursday, March 20th. You're going to start feeling it the night before. And the reason why is because not only is the sun moving into Aries, fire sign, your BFF. The moon is also moving into Sagittarius, fire sign, your BFF. This is fiery. You're going to love this. You're going to absolutely love this. You know, Sagittarius rules your 5th house of joy, pleasure, fun, romance, true love, all of that. Family, children. You got a lot of family stuff happening. Anyway, Thursday, March 20th. Happy equinox. Happy spring. Happy fall. If you're in the southern hemisphere, we are here. This is Venus, Mercury, and the sun now in Aries. So we have a stellium here. The sun is exalted in Aries. It does great here. It does its best. Everything is going to be Aries heavy moving forward. Remember, Aries is the ram. It's the I am. It's know thyself, right, Socrates? How do you know thyself? Your interactions with other people, family, colleagues, your private driver, whoever it is, your lover. It uses time to know thyself, okay? Now, remember I said in your 2025 forecast and your March forecast and the beginning of this reading, this is when 2025 starts. And I want you to know just how much is going to change, especially for you. I mean, all this 8th house activity. This is when the astrological calendar starts. It's a 0 degree point, the Aries point. So this is the beginning. This is the beginning of the beginning. It's refreshing. It's exciting. It's the equinox, okay? Ancient megalithic structures around the world were built to mark this moment. You know, all our wisdom comes from the ancients. And so I actually talk more about this I talk about this in your March astrology overview, the live stream, and even the last one that I did. If you want to know more about that, because it's such a big thing, you know, we don't even know what year we're in. And that's because the calendar system, right, has been tinkered with so much in the past. But just know, it all goes back to this, okay? This is the beginning of the year, all right? The equinox, anyway, by default, right? So we just came after a lunar eclipse. We have a solar eclipse next week. We're in the middle of eclipse season. This is big. Your life is changing in a really big way. And this is the equinox. When things come to life, right? Spring equinox. It's sun in Aries. It's very go big or go home energy. Aries is the beginning of the zodiac, as I said. And it is just like the beginning. It's like Aries is very pioneering. It's very confident. It's very entrepreneurial. It's very bold. It's doing its own thing. It's very direct. Speaking of which, all outer planets are still direct, right? So this is all about you. This is your time, Leo. Take advantage of this. Moving into the new moon solar eclipse that we're having next week. Whoa, it's big. So get excited. This is energetic. Give yourself permission to have fun. You have a lot of spiritual stuff happening. Have fun with it. And give yourself permission to change. You're going through major changes. Remember, that lunar eclipse is it was letting everything go. So as I always say, especially with the equinox, don't live a little, live a lot. Yeah. Now, all this Aries energy, again, in your 9th house, what does that mean? The 9th house is the house of God. Yeah. Ancient astrologers, right? So spirituality, it's your belief system, it's your self-belief, it's wisdom, it's everything that you do that makes you wiser, that makes everything else in your life amazing. The 9th house is also travel. It's long distance travel to become wiser, right? Like spiritual journey, spiritual quest, walkabouts, whatever you want to do. It's foreign cultures, foreign lands. It's book publishing. Are you writing a book, Leo? Uh, I would recommend it. Or starting a podcast, because ninth house is broadcasting as well. The ninth house is also education. You may be learning something new. Starting a course, teaching something. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, like, this is philosophy here. This is big, okay? So what's happening this week, remember, is pretty extraordinary, with Saturn, Neptune, and the North Node still conjuncting in Pisces. Remember, that's very spiritual. And the area that it rules for you is your 8th house, like I mentioned. You're going through a major rebirth. This is all expanding your consciousness too, right? This is you getting on your destined path, right? To enlightenment, heart-based living. I always say you create your reality. Here it is, yeah? Now, what's happening at the same time is that you got the Sun, Mercury, and Venus conjuncting in Aries all week until March 27th. Now, I want to make something very clear, Leo. Very, very, very clear. When I say these planets are conjuncting all week, I want you to think of, like a house party, okay? The Sun, Mercury, and Venus, they're not just at the house party. They're not in separate rooms. They're not like one's at the pool, one's at the barbecue, one is, looking at the stars on the roof. No, they're conjuncting. They're doing a three-way dance. They're holding hands and they're hugging. They're doing things. Conjunctions are powerful. Okay. You're going to feel this. You're going to really feel this. Aries is also like self-sufficiency as well. This is big. Remember, this is all about you, and this is about the actions that you take. You are on a karmic journey. You've got so many karmic houses activated. And remember, karma in Sanskrit, I tell you this, it means action. Literally, that's a translation. Take inspired action. This is going to be a big week, because look at what else is happening when we get to the weekend. Friday, March 21st, you got Venus sextiling Pluto. So, Leo, I'm very excited. I actually want to hear from you. I want to see what's okay. The reason why I'm excited about this is that I want you to think about February 7th, just last month. Okay? February 7th. What happened around that time? Think about that time with relationships, with money. Because remember, Venus sextiled Pluto back then. Venus was direct. Venus is retrograde now. So something around February 7th is coming back around. And again, Pluto is in Aquarius, in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships, one-on-one commitment. So it can be love, it can be career, it can be your sister, your private driver, as we mentioned, because you're a Leo. Of course you've got one. Of course, your hairstylist. Of course you do. Or even legal matters. Yeah. Because remember, Venus is all about wealth and relationships. Pluto is power, empowerment, but also wealth too. So I want to see what, because this is big for y'all, for Leos. Okay. Now, what are the reasons why it's so big for y'all? Is because, and this can be also like creativity as well. You think about what Venus represents, beauty as well. Now, you see the Sun is sextiling Pluto as well over on Sunday, but this is the Sun. And so you're going to feel this at the same time on Friday. So all weekend, you're going to feel Venus and the Sun sextile Pluto. So this is going to be a little bit more intense. And the Sun being your ruler, you're really going to feel this. It's big. And of course, I wouldn't be surprised if some of y'all are connecting with people from like foreign cultures, foreign lands, maybe even doing traveling back to places that you loved. You maybe, again, were you working on a book? And then you put it aside, you got busy, now you're picking it back up, things like that, right? Remember, this is your 9th house. So anyway, it really is all about your desires, the things that you value, what brings you pleasure, all of March, you've been reassessing it, right? Relationships, intimacy, finances. Now, Pluto is bringing that depth here. You're going deep. You're harnessing a Mulder and Scully and Scooby-Doo and Inspector Gadget and the entire CSI team. Okay? You're getting this is you having a microscope on everything Venus represents for you. Maybe you're going back to a relationship. Maybe you're curious about an ex or a former lover, or maybe even going back to school, or maybe you're not satisfied with your salary. Maybe you're not satisfied with your 401k or the royalties for the book that you wrote. Whatever it is, there's something coming up around this time. Yeah. You're going to be seeing things in a different way because it is your 9th house. And this is all about empowerment. Remember, Pluto's empowerment. This is you feeling empowered. Okay? It's about your future. Pluto is the future. Pluto is in Aquarius. And remember what I said. Uranus sextiling Saturn here. Whoa. Those are Aquarius's rulers. Yeah. Aquarius's 2 rulers. Remember, April 4th, they'll perfect. It's a build-up. And that's your 8th house or 10th house, a lot of career stuff. If you're not here for career, whatever you want to be known for, what are you passionate about? Yeah? Okay? Fame. It's fame. Okay? So use this energy. This can be a big thing for you leading up to something. It's like the point of no return. It's like a lot of like make it or break it energy, because you are coming after that lunar eclipse, and you do have a solar eclipse happening next week, but in a great way. In a great way, you're transforming. Now, Saturday, real quickly, March 22nd, you've got the Sun conjunct Venus. So now you've got, and this is happening in Aries, now you've got Venus Cazimi. Cazimi, by the way, just means like the planet is in the heart of the sun. So if you think of things like, anyway, I'm not going to, it's big, okay? You've got the hottest planet, right, in our solar system with a really hot star. Your ruler, okay? This is big. So, okay, what does it mean for you? This is a Cazimi. This is think of it like a refresh. This is your moment of clarity, a wake-up call. This is even like purification, purging. It's really nice coming after that lunar eclipse, right? That was in your 2nd house of self-worth, self-value, money, salary, income, all of that, right? Think of this as, what does your soul want? What is your soul saying? This is the sun, soul. I've talked about this. And remember, this is happening while the Sun conjuncted Saturn last week. That was powerful. You're still feeling that's right. Now, that's Saturn Cazimi in Pisces, the last in our lifetime. That's never going to happen again, right, in our lifetime, because Saturn is moving into Aries in May. And so there is a lot of sustainability in what you desire, a lot of reality checks that you are having in terms of what you want moving forward, the transformation that you want. Venus is dredging up the past, yeah? So there could be a big moments here for you thinking about the one who got away, right? When it comes to love or relationships or the job that I really wanted, those kind of things. It could also just be something just very, personally to you, your spiritual awakening. Again, it is in your 9th house. There could be something travel here, as well as education. But if none of that applies to you, this is a Venus Cazimi. It is just so romantic. But remember, Venus is retrograde, and it has been all month. The whole month has been very like Rachel Ross, will they, won't they? Like, right? But this is it. This is when they have that big kiss. This is a lot of love, a lot of compassion. I love it. Now, if you're not here for romance, this is just a really great day to put wheels in motion for creative projects, any entrepreneurship, finances, stuff like that, but also like starting a business, teaching something, going back to school, going on a really big trip, that walkabout in Australia, right? In the outback. Anyway, just give something life here, something new, make something happen, all right? There's going to be, listen, the moon is going to be in Capricorn. We're going to talk about that. It's the last quarter moon. It's big. It's big. And that's your 6th house. So a lot of work stuff and also health. There could be some things that you're getting really serious about. And also maybe even something with pets. Anyway, I'm bringing this up. Again, we're going to talk about in the second spread, but I'm bringing this up because the moon will be semi-square Uranus. And that's a big deal. So, yeah, career stuff. And remember, Mercury and Venus are going back to Pisces next week. Oh my gosh, like next week is just, So again, a lot of money stuff for y'all, to be honest, too. Like taxes and loans, joint bank accounts, commissions, inheritance, investments, but also just partnership stuff is off the charts. Now, if you are a cross-watcher, Leo, if you watch for your rising, your moon, your for your husband, your sister, your cat, Aries, Capricorn, Libra, and Cancer will feel this the most. And if you know your birth chart, that area of Aries in your chart, if you have any planets there, 0 to 4 degrees. Oh, there you go. Mwah. Chef's kiss for y'all. Now, Sunday, March 23rd, the sun sextiling Pluto. Like I said, this is big. It's a big deal. Strong. You're going to feel it all weekend. This is also rare. It only happens twice a year on average. It's intense. It's deep. It's power plays. It's empowerment. And it's all happening in your 7th house of partnerships, relationships, one-on-one commitments. Remember, Pluto is in Aquarius and just moved here the first time in 250 years. So nobody on this planet has experienced this sextile, which I love. I love this sextile because Aries, and you will too, Leo, because Aries, fellow fire sign, right? With you, your BFF. But Aquarius is also your opposite sign, but fixed sign like you. Y'all have qualities. Anyway, Aries and Aquarius, they share this independent, nonconformist energy. So when I say it's all about you, it's all about you. Do you be your authentic self? This is the sun and Pluto, so it's a powerhouse. This is big. It's strong. It's very forensic. It's very deep. This is you being a force to be reckoned with. This is transformation. But the fact that you have also in the background the North Node doing a lot of things in your 8th house of transformation. Like this is a big week for you is all I'm saying. You're going to feel absolutely driven with your personal goals, achievements, all about the glory. You're Leo, right? I'm going to achieve this no matter what. I'm rising up. It's all about success, okay? That's you right now, okay? And just remember, it can be very powerful. It's Pluto, so there could be some power struggles here as well with relationships and partnerships. Trust your intuition and be your authentic self. You're going to be fine. It's a strong aspect. I told you, Leo, in your March forecast, a lot of royalty have the Sun sextile Pluto in their charts. That's baked into their lives. Tom Brady, Sophia Loren, Albert Einstein, Bob Dylan. Harness their energy. Harness that energy. That's power. Okay? And then Stephen Arroyo. If you're into astrology, you know who he is. Very well respected. We love him. Let's get to it, Leo. Let's see what's going on for you for the week of March 17th to the 23rd for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Leo, y'all crack me up. Do you like how I'm like staring? I'm like, Leo, I'm like that intensity. Anyway, Leo, who are you? Leo, just kidding, y'all are amazing. I do a traditional culture cross spread, offers the best overview, especially for a weekly reading. And if we need to pull clarifiers, you know that we will. Oh, and we did a lot last week for y'all. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. Leo, you know I love y'all too. Okay, so let's... Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, well, it's going to be another week of some clarifiers for y'all. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, so make sure that you make the right decisions and be your authentic self. That is the only thing that you have to do this week, and you're going to be fine. Okay? That... You can see that here. You got the Ace of Cups. Amazing. Look at you. Look at you go. Hi, the Ace of Cups, the Holy Grail. This is everything. So even with that lunar eclipse, when that ended, there was something there. And you're still, remember, that's a big cycle. You're feeling it for 6 months, a year. It's big. It's big. Remember, it's many more to come. Ace of Cups, right? The beginning. Aces, new change, new opportunity, new path. And you have the cups here. Love, relationships, your emotions, your feelings, intuition, wonderment. A lot of healing here too. Yeah? And this is big because this is a birth of something big happening. Okay? Remember I said you have the North Node conjuncting 3 planets in your 8th house of death and rebirth, right? And coming after that lunar eclipse, to have that rebirth, you need that death part. So you had to put something to bed. That was the best thing for you. And you know, Leo, that I dropped these forecasts a little bit early. It's still to come if you're watching this, yeah, before the week begins. And I want you to think about this because we do have these retrogrades. Think about the last time something brought you so much joy. It brought you to tears. Whether you got your dream job, you launched a business, you had a baby, you fell in love, you met your soulmate, you met Tom Cruise, whatever. That's what this is. Okay? That's what this is. There's so much peace here. Oh, it's something new starting for you. It's very nirvanic and euphoric. Now, you have the 5 of Cups and the heart of your spread. And so you see, if we continue further, you have the 4 of Cups in your future. Did you make the right decision? Yeah? Did you let things go the way that you needed to during the lunar eclipse? Because the 5 of Cups, there's an element of, the biggest thing here is all about emotional healing. Because look at him, the figure, looking at the spilled cups. Yeah, they're spilled. The wine is in the soil. You can't drink. They're spilled. Okay. You've got 2 full cups behind you. All you've got to do is pick up those cups, cross the bridge that connects the past and the future. Remember, it's all about being future forward. No. Go home, turn on some, music, 432 hertz, okay? Or the 4 non-blondes, whoever you want, right? Just know all you have to do is move forward. Don't dwell on the past, but it's coming after the Ace of Cups. I'm wondering, there's an element of is there something, did I make the wrong decision? Or did something happen where I can't let it go? I can't let it go. And so again, it really is about emotional healing. This card is attributed to Mars and Scorpio. It is a strong card. All right. Remember, Scorpio rules your 4th house. And so there could be something here that has to do with the foundations of your life, your home, a significant other. It's coming after the Ace of Cups. You see the 2 cups here referencing the 2 of Cups. So there really may be something here with partnerships, relationships. Like I said, over the weekend, you're going to have the sex house with Pluto in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. And all week and all month, you have all this Piscean energy in your 8th house that has to do with relationships and partnerships. So remember what I said. All this Aries energy in your 9th house. You've got Mars and Cancer in your 12th house. You have to really tap into your higher mind. Your intuition. That's what cups are. I told you, intuition as well. And so I'm just harping on this because you got so many. Okay. And yeah, we are going to do clarifiers, but I want you to just really think about that. Is there something here that you haven't let go yet that you have to let go? Or maybe is there something that happened in your world where it's like, okay, that happened, and I'm holding on to the past, but I'm not taking that as a sign. I refuse to take that as a sign, right? When you know deep down inside you have to let it go. Now you have the King of Pentacles in your challenge area. Yeah, it could have to do something with, again, home, family. There's big protector energy, provider energy with the King of Pentacles. He is also the richest king. Two things here. One, is there something that may have happened that kind of shook things up in the foundations of your life, or how you consider wealth, right? Or money or finances? Remember, you have a lot of money stuff happening. I told you in your 2025 forecast, you out of all signs, Leo, you have the North Node in Pisces, South Node in Virgo. Those are your two money houses. Okay? The Pisces in your 8th house, Virgo, South Node in Virgo, your 2nd house. So there may be something here. Secondly, there could be someone that you're not seeing eye to eye with when it comes to money and like luxuries and just wealth. And it could be a boss. It could be someone older. Remember, Pluto can also be like authorities as well. Over the weekend, you have all that Pluto energy. Just keep that in mind. Aries is very, strong energy, like I said. But here's the thing. This is why it's interesting. You have Temperance in your crown, and you have the 6 of Wands and the root of your spread. So there's almost like you're riding this high. You have an archangel in your crown, and that's really great. This is, pretty much reflecting all that spiritual energy that I was talking about this week. I mean, with Archangel Michael here, you see the golden disc on his, forehead. You hear the church bells ringing. Come on. Come on. This is all about knowing that, hey, this is all about practicing patience. This is patience. It's moderation. It's avoiding extremes. So you've got it. You're all that, tapping into it, right? But are you trusting your intuition? You've got this 6 of Wands in the root of your spread. It is a Leo card, by the way. And this is rising above. This is eminent. So there are some great things that are happening this week where you are getting, attention. Things are, it's all about public recognition. This is victory. It's success. It's harmonizing. Things are harmonizing for you. But then you've got the 4 of Cups here in your future. So when you look across, I'm just wondering here, like for you, is there something here that, and now you see this little guy here under the tree is not completely look at his reaction, right? And it's okay. Listen, I'm gonna have to give you more time. He's already got 3 cups, yeah. And look at the Hate of Spirit offering him a 4th cup, and look at his reaction, crossing off his heart. And so this card is associated with like apathy, boredom, like emotional discontent, and so there's something here. Look, the Hand of Spirit, by the way, it only appears in the aces other than the 4 of Cups. The 4 of Cups is a very significant card. And so look across. Is there something here that you can't let go? And therefore, it's like it puts you in this like, I didn't get what I wanted, or something that I wanted didn't happen. I'm regretting it. Or there is this element of I'm not emotionally content because something happened with something here. Do you see what's happening? Okay, so let's pull some clarifiers. This is all water energy too, okay? Remember, I said on Tuesday we will have that water trine because this is Moon in Cancer, Mars in Scorpio. This is water. Anyway, let's see the 5 of Cups. Yep, okay. You got the 9 of Wands. Oh, okay. I'm gonna see. I gotta see what's. And you got the Hermit. Yep. And then let's see the 4 Cups. Oh. Another ace. Oh my goodness. Okay, Leo. Why do I feel okay? So listen, Nine of Cups. I'm sorry, Nine of Wands is very, standing your ground, like protecting really fighting hard, not giving up. Remember what I said about that intuition as well, trusting your intuition. Well, that's great, right? That he is really firmly like no one's going to take away anything that I worked hard for. I'm really, putting my foot down. But he's got the gauze over his third eye, yeah? And so he's a little disconnected, and he's got gauze, and like he's a little worn out. And so this is really saying, is there something here that you've got to really, are you fighting for something, holding on to something, hoping something from the past, like really turns into something that you authentically know is not. Remember, when the sun conjuncts Neptune, that's going to be strong. Okay? Remember what I said. But then you got the Hermit. And so this is just saying everything here, once you let everything go, once you kind of just loosen up, you got to go within. The Hermit is all about going within. It's all about that introspection, staying grounded in the present as you think about your future, but really thinking about all the achievements that you have made. I mean, he's climbed the top of the mountain. That's where he is. Yeah. And so he wants to know what's next. But it's like, you've got to think about your journey. Everything that you went through to get to the top of the mountain. And you've made that achievement. You see that here. So you are rising above it. What's next, right? And so you want to think about your future. Because when you, this is a card of just gratitude. It's being grateful for the things that you have. Okay. Even if there are some things that you're just like, I didn't want this, or what's going on here? When you have that gratitude, we've talked about frequency, raising your frequency. We all know how the law of attraction works at this point. Everything is made of energy, right? So you raise that frequency, you attract the things that you want. And so even if there are things that haven't come through that you may have expected, there could have been some miscommunication, some confusion, as I said this week with all the retrogrades. If you don't let that have an impact on you, I told you, if you don't flip those tables, if you have those moments of like, this didn't happen the way I wanted it to, but at least I have a roof over my head. At least I'm grateful for that. At least I have food on the table. There are people out there that have nothing. So you have to continue to raise your frequency and have that gratitude and show the universe, I'm in it to win it. I'm grateful for everything that I have. I feel blessed. Yeah. That's when things come through. You have the Ace of Wands in your future. I mean, you have two aces here. But just remember, with all these retrogrades, things from the past can be coming up. Your mind can be on the past as well. Use it to reassess and reflect, but don't get stuck in the past. You're going to be fine. Just don't get stuck in the past. You got these two Ace of Wands. That's this new path, new portal, new opening, new everything, opportunity, wands, your passions, your ambitions, all creative energy here, but things are happening for you. You got to raise that frequency. In order to do that, you got to go within. You got that light inside you. I talked about this. Let's get to your stuff. Leo, oh my diddly days, you and your spreads. If you like this reading, by the way, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Tell me what's going on. What's going on with y'all? And I appreciate all that. All right. And I'm still very much in love with my Leos. All right, let's see what's going on here. Okay. Oh, gosh. Yeah. Oh, gosh. Okay. Ooh, Leo, we're going to talk. We got to talk. Let's talk. Pull up. Are you sitting comfortably? You got the Six of Swords. I like that. You're ready. You're ready. You're in this transition. This is transition. Okay? Especially up here, it's a swords. Communication, logic, thinking, your thoughts. Going from this chaos, right? To calm. Okay? There's comfort in this card, protection in this card. Don't be afraid to move forward. Don't hold on. Don't hold on to things. They're not. This is a card where they're like, okay, well, things have happened, but we got to go. That's why the swords are in the boat, but the swords are in front of the boat. It's protecting them. You're fine. You're good. You're going to be fine. Queen of Cups in your external factors area. You got someone on your side. Someone with a big heart. Someone who has very empathetic. Someone who has so much emotional intelligence. This is great. Okay? You got a big support system. And there's someone that's in it to win it with you. And could be opening doors for you. I mean, this is a queen, right? Page of Swords. You're ready to move out of a certain headspace. So it's almost like it's aligning this with this, right? Intellect and emotions, harmonizing them. Because you got the Seven of Swords in your final outcome. Now, Seven of Swords is a card associated with dishonesty, deceit, disloyalty, all of that. Are you being honest with yourself, right? Remember, with that Five of Cups and the Four of Cups, something that may not be, something that could be, it's all about that emotional healing, having that gratitude. It's a lot of heart energy. You have that Seven of Swords here in your final outcome. Are you being honest with yourself about something here, okay? About something that, even something new that came through, right? With that Ace of Cups, that's wonderful. But are you doubting it? Are you doubting yourself? Are you doubting your emotions? Are you holding on to something else and not putting energy toward what that was? You have the Seven of Swords. It's just saying, let's be honest, okay? And yes, it can have to do with a partnership, relationship. It can be work. It can be career. It can be love. The Seven of Swords is a card attributed to Aquarius. As we know, Pluto is in Aquarius in your 7th house. And this card, yes, is highly associated with lying, cheating, stealing, etc. So you know that there may be something there, okay? So when I say, are you being honest with yourself? It may be because of circumstances happening within your reality. Is someone doing something mischievous, Machiavellian, something in your world, you're just letting them go by. That's being not honest with, like you've got to, I'm going to clarify. I got to clarify. Look, you got all these swords on this side. Let's see. You take care of that. Listen, you got the Eight of Wands again. Did you see your last week's reading? Eight of Wands keeps coming to like move things forward for you. It pops up 2 weeks in a row. Whoa. Eight of Wands. You see the wands, like I said last week. I mean, they're in their happy place. Wands, their passions, ambition. They're invigorating. Wands are so invigorating, and they're aligning in the sky, like completely aligning. And so it seems like once you really, really, really know what you want, you're being your authentic self, you face all your truths, you're not hiding, you're not looking back, right? And you're taking care of things to move forward, you're going to be fine. Look how fast everything happens for you. Something's going to land for you. All right? Leo, oh my dilly days. You're going to be great. You're going to be good. But that Five of Cups on the heart of your spread, actually, you know what? It could also be you. With that Nine of Wands right after, and the Hermit showing up right after. Okay? It could be you that kicked over the cups. And now you're just like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. So just listen, every Leo is different, right? This is going to resonate for a lot of y'all. It's going to be love and relationships. A lot of y'all, it's going to be, career. But Cups, remember, it's just your emotions. You work, go within, know what you want, clear things up. You got things happening. Okay. Leo, all right. So, oh my gosh, you. Next week, Leo, is the big week. It's not just the eclipse. It's not just Mars squaring Chiron exact. It's not, I mean, we've got Jupiter actually finally makes like a little cameo, but it is the once a lifetime planetary conjunctions we're having next week. Like, we've never seen this in modern human history. That's why this is the week that you want to just sort things out. You have an eclipse bringing you something new. This is in your future. A solar eclipse bringing you something. Okay. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be great. Y'all are Leos. And then next week is also it's just next week is bonkers. Remember, Neptune is moving into Aries for the first time in 164 years. Nobody on Earth has experienced Neptune in Aries. I mean, next week is big, and I've talked about this for a long time. Next week just also happens to be my 3-year anniversary of this channel, which I launched during a new moon in Aries. There's always a reason why you want to do like Aries stuff. And anyway, oh my gosh, the second spread. Yes, we're going to talk about the lunations. Again, there was a lot of stuff happening with home, with love, with romance, with creativity, as well as work. Big time. I'll talk about that. Anyway, tier 3 members, you know where to find the link. If you like this reading, Leo, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. This is the longest. I think this is the long. Yeah, it's okay. I love y'all though. All right. So thanks so much, Leo. I will see you next week. All right. Bye-bye.